Firstly, just back onto Tuesday, great to see Luke Butterfield back. How did he get through that? Is he all good?
Yeah, come through really well. Obviously, tough game to go straight into, but there wouldn't have been no easy one for Luke. He's been out for a long while now, so to get minutes, which was, especially for a lot of lads in that game, minutes was key. Results obviously not ideal, but Luke come out of it, trained yesterday, trains this morning. No, he'll be prepared and he'll be looking to get in the squad, the match day squad for tomorrow night.
He must have been delighted to be back out there.
He was. He was like a giddy kid coming into the week. He was so happy in the build up to the game. Obviously disappointed after the game, but I think when he sits back, he's been out a long time, and that's been over the last couple of years of his career at Everton. He's had a couple of bad injuries coming through the system at Everton. Now he needs consistency in games, minutes, playing, getting on the pitch, learning his trade, and being in a professional environment, being a professional footballer, which is tough. I think to maintain playing week in, week out is a really big skill, and we need to get that into Luke. He's bulked up, he's been in the gym, he's worked so hard, and hopefully he can stay on the pitch now.
And the same with Gunnar Elliott, excuse me, his first ever start for Chesterfield, another really good landmark for the 17-year-old.
I thought he'd done really well. Again, touching on, it wasn't the way we wanted it to turn out, but for a young boy to play, to go to Doncaster against a really strong team in League One, who were playing against Matty Pearson, who's obviously played Championship and League One all his career, and to have he had a really good tussle with him. He come off again, disappointed with the game and the result, but to see Gunnar getting minutes and for such a young age, young Alex on the bench as well, it's good signs for the club.
Just ahead of Doncaster tomorrow, Wilgrig and Ryan Stirk, were they in full training this week?
Yes. Doncaster's probably too soon and probably too much of a risk with how big this game is Saturday. So they've all come through again. I think it's the second week training now, so we've tread really careful with the pair of them, knowing how big players they are for our club. Now they trained yesterday again, trained this morning, and they'll be available for tomorrow.
So they're both available for tomorrow?
Yes.
Brilliant. How big a miss, just in particular Ryan Stirk, how big a miss has he been in that midfield?
I don't know, because we went 10 unbeaten. So we've lost one game in the league. So if you go on results, not so much. But when you look at what he brings to the team, we have missed him. We've been really bare and short in there. We've put Mandeville in there. Fleck and Nail have played a lot of minutes in there, which we haven't been stretched, but they've played a lot of minutes, and two lads who are above 30. So you do miss Ryan Stirk, no doubt. He's such a good player, good lad, really good person to have about, and really pleased to have him back.
Paul Cook after Tuesday alluded to some good news, whether that be injury or a new sign in January. Could you just shed some light on that?
Obviously Malik's in the building, which we all know about. He's training, he's doing his bits and pieces now. We'll be getting up to speed. But January will come, and we will have one or two faces. I'll probably leave that to the gaffer to introduce that one. But yeah, we'll definitely have one or two faces come to start of January.
You've just mentioned Malik's in the building now. Do you still think the defence is still a key area you need to still strengthen?
Yeah, I think we're short there. I think we're short. We've got 3 centre-backs now at the club, and again, 3 of them above 30. They've done well for us, done really well, but you just need that a little bit. If we get 1 or 2 injuries, we're really thin. I think early on in the month we were stretched for numbers. You see on Tuesday night we got a lot of young lads involved, and Doncaster rolled the team out to a really strong team, in my opinion. And that's where we were at. We stretched at times. We've been stretched at times this month, but with the 3 lads coming back this month has really helped us. And going into January, we'll look at that. And obviously, if you go into the window and you come out stronger than you go in, you've had a good window.
Just on Malik, how's he found it since he's moved over?
Well, he's from Mansfield, so it's not like we've brought him from. Even though he's played in Canada, he's got a northern accent. So no, do you know what? What's really caught my eye with him? Because he hasn't done too much ball work at the minute, because obviously he's had a couple of weeks off, and we'll get him up to speed. How he studied our game, how we play. He's watched all the games, because obviously the deal's been done and stuff. So He studied a lot of our minutes. He studied games. He studied position. He's had meetings with the staff, how we want him to play, what he brings to the club, what he brings to the team, and he's so involved in what we want to do and what we want from him. And it's really refreshing from a young lad to come in, and he knows all our players, watched all the games and stuff. So really pleased with that side of it.
How is he kind of going to get up to speed? Is he going to have like a little mini pre-season in a way?
Unfortunately for him, yes. Yeah. He's with Elliot now. He dips in and out of the ball work because he's obviously only had 3 or 4 weeks off, so he will dip in and out. But really, he can't play till January, so there's no point in really throwing him in the deep end and putting him in full sessions with the group. So he'll dip in and out of sessions, and I think starting from Monday, it'll be a really tough physical week for him, which he's not looking forward to, but it has to be done. All our players go through the same thing with our fitness coach. So yeah, it'll be a tough couple of weeks for him, and then coming into January, he should be ready.
How excited are you to see him on the pitch?
I think he has all the attributes. I've only seen his games when it's in a totally different level to where we're at. So you can judge him off them, where he's got all the attributes. We're signing a young, athletic, strong lad, left-footer who can handle the ball, which is really hard to come by. So we can add our bit to him. Hopefully he can be exactly what we think he'll be.
Just a couple more from me on Doncaster tomorrow. How different a game will it be compared to Tuesday night?
Not too dissimilar to. I think they're quite drilled as a club, Doncaster. The lads who have played in the Virtue Trophy, they've flattened a lot of teams in that. We've watched the Grimsby one, they've flattened Grimsby, they've beat Bradford, they've obviously beat us. But the first team are pretty similar the way they play, because them lads can go in their first team and play in the same system, the same rotations, what they make. They build, the way they build in a 4, they build in a 3. They're really coached, really. Grant's done a superb job with them. And even in League One, where they've won 1 in 10 or 1 in 9, whatever it is, they've been so unlucky in the league games. They should have a lot more points, and that's my opinion, where we've probably seen 8 and 9 games of them. They're a really decent team, and I don't think you see too dissimilar of the way they play when they come here Saturday night.
I know there were a lot of changes on Tuesday, but do you feel that you need to go and prove what a Chesterfield performance is against Doncaster?
Yeah, 100%. We always knew coming into the game it's going to be a totally different game. It's going to be. We made a lot of changes in the game. And no disrespect to the young boys who come in and lads who hadn't had minutes and stuff. There's no disrespect. Doncaster beat us. But we'd like to think we'll be a bit different coming Saturday night. We have to be, otherwise, nothing changes. So Doncaster will be, again, their level will go up because they made a lot of changes themselves. But we have to be better, and we will be better.
And finally, Gary, this season it'd be, if Chesterfield do reach the third round, it'd be the 4th time in 5 seasons. It's a great record, isn't it, if you can go and do that? It
is, from where we've come from. We've been in the National League for too long, and we had a couple of good runs. We've had some good games here. Leyton Orient come here with the tails up, Pompey, Northampton. We had a great game with West Brom. We've had some really good good games here, afternoon or night, whatever it was. We've had some really good ties here. And tomorrow's the same. I think it's a bit of it's not a derby, but it's a local team coming here who bring a lot of fans. Can we beat them? Can we do it? Make another one? Can we make the third round again? 100%. And we've got to believe that in our dressing room, in our office, in and around the stadium. Okay? They really beat us well on Tuesday night. Can we turn it around? Can we go at them? Can we get at them? Can we stop them from what they want to do and bring our game and hurt them in the ways we think we can? Only time will tell.